like when you're undressed. I can see the future in your eyes. You know I would never tell you lies. I just wanna see you smile, so stick around a while, baby. I see your man blowing up your phone, telling you that you need to come home. If that clown, he ain't about a thing. Look, I don't see no engagement ring. You said that he did you dirty, so what's the harm in flirting, baby? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit. He can suck on my dick, I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit. He can suck on my dick, I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? All your friends tell you you need to let go. Seem like he still got your ass in check though. You ain't never cheated on your mans, so why the fuck do he still got your hand? Girl, you could do so much better. He ain't even got no cheddar, baby. He just trying to cuff you like the 5-0. I just wanna see you live your life though. I just wanna see you sing and dance. Don't wanna see you held down by your mans. Tons of men could do you right. Leave that little bitch tonight, baby. Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit. He can suck on my dick, I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit. He can suck on my dick, I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you like this when you're home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes? If I was your man, I would answer every time that you call. I will listen close to every single word when you talk. Every night we won't fight, we just do what you want. Long as I can hold you tight every night in my arms. I just wanna hold you tight, I just wanna keep you warm. Cause your boyfriend's a bitch, he ain't shit. He can suck on my dick, I ain't with all that shit. Why he do you like this? Why you home all alone? Why he out fucking around with them hoes?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the chilling inning of Sasquatch. Sasquatch chills or chilling with Sasquatch. I don't know. It's still up in the air. I'm not really planning to do a whole bunch of these, but in general, I've got the link in chat, and folks can pop in, pop out as they see fit. I'm going to be here for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We're going to discuss some rather esoteric topics, time travel, aliens, strong AI, the threats these may pose to the human condition, existential crisis as they may be. Let's do this. How do you like that? High yield, mediocre, and aggressively average. And my wife disavows this entire channel. That's so everybody knows, right? All right. So for pretty much any kind of scheduling questions or trolling, just email caucasiansasquatch@gmail.com. We've got a bunch of people already in here just chilling. I don't know. How'd y'all like that intro tune? Was that worth the trip? Pretty good. Got Mama Gnome. Hey, Mama Gnome. Hey, Heather Holt. Hey, everybody. Hold on. Let me back up and find everybody what we got. Let's see. We get back at the beginning and see who's who and what's what. All right. Officially Forest of Monsters. That's not true. Axiom's Revolt was in here before that. And there was somebody before that. I can't remember. Let's see. Somebody beat him in here. Somehow. Wandering Hippie. He come through just as soon as I posted this. So Wandering Hippie gets the gold. Officially Forest of Monsters gets the silver with a hey. And American Justice of Texas gets the bronze. Welcome to the show, each and every one of you. Work lines in here. Bow's little titty Princess Meow. Hello, Princess. How you doing? And your cat is 17 years old. Yes, we are aware. Cheese Bear is here, super mod extraordinaire, as if it's your business has showed up. Heather Holt's here, previous guest. Mexican long hair, also a previous guest. That's going to be a reoccurring theme in my chat, I imagine. Um, and any of you previous guests in here, the links posted up there. If it don't work, let me know. I'll fix it. Um, let's see. Apparently, who is it? Heather Holt likes this song. Yeah, it's a good one. That's Tyler Cassidy, and he does that type of song. They're all kind of like that. Let's see. Axioms Revolt beat us to the punch already. Harry Bosnell Vlogs, welcome to the show. Mama Gnome's in here. American Justice of Texas, Nothing But Shorts, Robert Page, and Cheese Bear. Did I miss anyone? If I missed you, get into chat and I will shout you out just as soon as I come across you. I think it jumped on me. Pretty sure it jumped on me. I don't know. It does it sometimes. Hey, who we got here? Oh, we got Jake. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show,
What's
big.
happening, brother?
I asked you about this thing I'm fixing to show a couple of weeks ago, and you said you hadn't seen it, and you said, and then everybody else I talked to said they hadn't seen it. So I went and dug it up. We're gonna watch
What's that?
it. All right. The title says stuff about how you like that clickbait. That's pretty spiffy, ain't it? Did you see my clickbait? The vault dweller. You don't get it, do you?
Do I get it?
Yeah, the clickbait thumbnail that I put up on the stream.
I didn't see it.
Hey, brother. Welcome
I
to the
saw
show.
it. What's up? Going on, man?
Not much to it. We're gonna take a look at some Neanderthal type stuff, an alternate theory about Neanderthal.
Oh, okay.
Looks at it from the perspective of the Neanderthal being more gorilla-like and less human-like.
I
Right?
don't buy it.
Okay, all right, but I'm just saying they made this beautiful presentation, and and I liked it when I saw it because it's beautiful. You know how much I like passion projects, right?
Yes.
So I mean, it's worth a look see just because of how well it's done. But welcome in Untethered Live. That's Jake from Untethered Live. We have Mexican long hair in. How was your day today? You feeling better?
Slightly, man. I mean, I still have chest congestion and stuff like that, but you had an interesting poll. I don't want to take too much of your time. I got to
You're
run
good.
to get on another channel here in about 45 minutes, but that poll was really interesting, man. The most existential threat to us, I mean, it got me thinking. I mean, easily to me, it's AI, but
Right?
um,
But
that's some great.
actually, I kind of think it falls to a whether or not aliens have actually been contacted, and whether or not time travel is ever invented. If
Right.
those two things pay off to be true, that yes, those things are yeses, then AI might not even make the top three. You know what I'm saying? I mean, both of
Yeah,
those,
yeah.
if even a little bit of them is true.
I'd be interested to get on a show. I know your show's not about that today, Sasquatch, but I would most definitely be interested in a discussion about that for sure.
That's kind of what it's about. I got this for Play Pretties in the background. We're here to discuss time travel, AI, and aliens, and which
Yeah.
is the
Y-
most existential crisis.
You know, there's
I agree,
there's
AI.
there's a movie out there, science fiction movie called Ex Machina. I don't know if you've ever seen it,
Well, that
Sasquatch.
is excellent.
It's an excellent movie, and I consider it more of a horror movie
Right? It's a
than a science
dystopian
fiction
nightmare.
movie.
That
Yeah,
woman
yeah,
is trapped inside of a physical anatomy she cannot sense nor feel. It's a
right,
nightmare.
right. And what's really haunting about that movie is the last kind of last little, couple of minutes where she escapes and you see her like let loose on society and then the world is before her and then you're just I mean, to me I just got chills at that moment. I'm like the implications of that are just absolutely insane. It's like Skynet but nobody knows about Skynet. You know what I mean? Like kind of
Right?
like
It's all
crazy.
a black project. It's all black
Yeah.
behind the scenes. Nobody knows nothing about it. She's a literal killing machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally, not even. There's no other way to put it. She's
Right,
a killing machine. It's what she
right,
does.
right. It's sort of like you could tell where that the implications are of that. It's like Skynet, but without any of the problems of Skynet. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no, you know, there's no big war. There's no big war to be had. It's pretty much over. Kind of thing. It was just to me, it was just a great movie. Great, just a very haunting, scary movie to me. I don't know, just creepy.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Uh,
man, I obviously think it's AI, man, for sure.
awesome. Jake,
But
you got an opinion on that one? Is it AI, alien?
AI, definitely.
Definitely AI. Okay,
I
so we all
think
agree.
the biggest problem with artificial intelligence is that we've outsmarted ourselves in our own way of creating things to the point where computers are getting smarter than we are. The
right,
only caveat being, as long as there's water, we won't have an AI problem because I don't care how tough the computer is. If you pour a glass of water on it, it'll shut off.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing about that though is once the computers gain consciousness, they're not going to worry about a water problem. It's not going to be a science problem. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys remember that movie Signs? I mean, I kind of like that movie until the whole water kills aliens thing, and and then I was
See?
like,
Water.
I'm out. 70% of this Earth is water, and the aliens decide to descend on a planet that
Right.
you
There's the
know,
worst planet in the fucking galaxy for them.
right, right. So
Hard pass
just
there. It's
just
almost as
funny,
bad
man.
as War of the World aliens who came here and got killed by a fluke.
They got the cold, yeah.
Yeah, they got the common cold, wiped them out.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Good stuff.
But hey, I just wanted to drop by and say hi, Sasquatch, and
Yeah, man. Good
have
to
a
see you.
great
Well, it
rest
was
of your
nice to meet
show.
a fella long here.
We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna start up the Sasquatch Shields third season here in about a week, maybe two. Depends on how well I go on my shorts.
Yeah.
And we're gonna call it Sasquatch Shields 3: Search for More Shilling.
I
The
love it, man.
search for more shilling.
The search for more shilling. It's gonna be horrible.
All
Great. I
right,
mean,
my
great.
man.
It's gonna be great.
Shout out to everybody in chat, man. Nice to see y'all.
Yeah, brother. Good to see you.
But
Thanks for
anyways,
coming
take
by.
care. Have a
Yes, sir.
good one, man. Later.
So you may have noticed that I've taken the week off.
Yeah, I did
Uh,
notice that.
I
I
was
was
in a motorcycle crash this weekend, and I damaged myself pretty good. I have extensive nerve damage in both hands and cannot move my fingers very well.
that's no good.
And I've been in the bed for the past week recuperating.
Well, that's good. Bad,
I hit
good.
the ground like a whip.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing about a motorcycle is it
Yeah,
has no shits to give. Gravity
yeah,
works.
you're not in control.
You're only in control as much as you are in control. The
Well,
second your mind wanders, you're no longer in control.
it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and it's going to happen. And it happened to me this weekend, so I've been recuperating. And for all of those that were looking for me, I apologize. I had no choice but to take the week off, and I
It's,
will be back Sunday.
you know good and well we'd rather have you healthy than stretching trying to get stuff done.
Thank you. And I saw you pop up on my feed, and I figured I'd come hang out with you for a little while because I felt like sitting up a minute.
How you like my change on my shorts I've been doing?
I dig it.
You see any of that?
A
I don't
little of it.
think YouTube sends out. I mean, I just assume nobody gets any of those. Okay.
Well, I try to keep track on you.
When you
Think you're
get
doing a good thing here.
when you get 1,400 views one video and the next one gets 9, it makes you wonder exactly what's going on at YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't get it, but okay. You put a super hot chick on your thing, people show up and they go, "Man, who's this asshole?"
Right.
So I put the Vault Dweller up. That's a gift from another channel. I have another gift at the end of the show from yet another previous guest.
Yes.
Manuel Carey provided the clickbait Vault Dweller thumbnail, and 007 has made me an outro that I poached straight off his channel.
Cool.
I think he did it live.
I'd be interested in seeing it.
I made a video for it because at the time we were on a paddle, so I put together like a collection of like the type of shorts I would do. But,
Hmm.
but yeah, and about 45 minutes, I'm gonna play it as if this was a normal thing. I'm also gonna try my new sound setup. I'm trying to set it up so that we can have me, you, and another guest on the side over there, right, with you. And I'm gonna take my camera off of this and try to set up my bottom third, like the way I got my third set up. I'm gonna try to do
Hmm.
it with just three components. So I'm gonna put my quotes over here where my face is at. I'm gonna leave the screen and the chat where it's at. I'm gonna have to add something. I might just spread the chat out all the way across. I don't know. We're gonna play with it, see what we can do.
Well, I
If I
think
can
you can
make
get
it
it.
work, it'll be good.
So, what is this Neanderthal thing you were talking about?
Okay. So this video is like I don't know. Um
Oh,
4
thanks,
years.
Robert. I appreciate your prayers, buddy.
Yeah, man. All prayers are appreciated. I don't even care who you worship. I'm sure it goes to the right place eventually. Um it doesn't say how long ago this was posted. That's weird. Usually there's a date.
See,
Anyway,
my theory is that Neanderthals are just really old people. I don't think there's a difference at all. I think they
okay.
are people. They're just
This is
older.
looking at it from a theory of Neanderthals being more gorilla-like and less
Hmm.
like, right? They take a look at it from the perspective of them being more cave dweller slash nighttime hunter than competing during the daytime like they depict in the shows. And I thought it was a very well thought out concept. Whether or not it's right, I'm not debating. I'm just saying it's well done. He's explained it all out very well. He's researched everything about it, and his conclusions are exactly what he says they are, an alternate theory.
Right.
It takes into account all of the things we've discovered and stuff, and comes to the conclusion animal, not person. That's the premise. You got anything you want to say before we get started?
Well,
You
when
introduce
they
yourself.
found the when they found the Neanderthal man, they were studying in Neander Valley, and they found little fragments, and they were on a grant looking for the missing link. So obviously, that's what they were looking for. And the large portion of what we know of as Neanderthal comes from the artist rendering of the idea behind what they found when they found it. Unfortunately, that's all made up. It's not real. They have no more evidence than a couple of fragments. They do know that it's a thing, but they can't tell whether it's gorilla or person because they found it both in the same area.
So
So,
that's kind of where this is coming from, is that gap in knowledge between the bones that we have, the evidence that we do have, that we think we have, I should say, and claiming this basically claims that the human evidence found amongst Neanderthal works are misplaced, kind of like Uparts. They're
it could
little
be.
earlier humans that came in a little earlier and didn't leave any trace of themselves, and Neanderthals occupied the place after them. And so you pick up some human type signals from the interim dirt.
Yeah,
This takes it to the perspective that it's basically just a troop of gorillas that eat meat.
could be.
Some light tool use was possible, and clothing was beyond the pale. So we're pre-fire, post stick poking.
Yeah.
That's the concept.
I think people have been here a whole lot longer than science thinks they've been here. And I think that a lot of what they find is mixtures between people and animals, and they kind of misinterpret all of the above because they don't quite know what they're looking for.
If this goes well, I've got another video that is the same topic, but it's not anything to do with genealogy and has everything to do with mixing lineages, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that there's no such thing as human or Neanderthal or any of that, that they're all humans. It's just the variation of the human condition in its total. And we've
Yep.
only got a narrow representation of it because we're so aggressive to anything different. and that's its whole premise, is that anything different was eradicated,
I hear you.
and only us were left. So maybe there's a lot of cannibalism in that one. So I'm gonna save it for the next time I don't have a guest, or if this does well tonight, I might make it a weekly thing. We can look at something equally crazy each week.
Might be interesting.
Well, I got a few people in like truther chats and stuff that expressed interest in coming on, but they think my channel's a little too serious. And I keep trying to.
They think your channel is serious?
Right. Well, I mean, they look at how pretty my little setup is, and I'm like, well, that's nice, but if you knew how hard I banged my head against the wall to make that happen, you'd think it looked cheap and tawdry.
I think it looks great. I think you're doing a fine job.
I'm
And
trying.
by the way, anytime you can introduce a subject, whether you know anything about it or not, it's a topic we can discuss. That's a beautiful thing.
Trophies. All right, so this is 14 minutes and some change. I'm gonna let
Bring
it
it on.
go for about 5 minutes. And then we'll take a minute and talk about it. Y'all will hear stuff in the background over here because if I mute my mic, we're out. I'm gone.
Oh, wait.
Whole thing shuts down and the show's over. So you might hear some dog barking. You might hear a kid or two screaming in the background. The mic setup I have is supposed to limit that. Y'all don't generally hear the traffic. You don't generally hear the fan. Y'all shouldn't hear any of that stuff. We'll see. All right. So this is Neanderthal, the nocturnal predator.
Ooh.
It is profile of a super predator. There we go.
This is the currently accepted view of what Neanderthals look like. A bit hairier than us, and with a larger nose and thicker brow ridges. But apart from that, they're unquestionably human. In fact, it's been said that if you gave a Neanderthal a shave, a haircut, and dressed him up in a nice suit, he could easily attend Harvard. Although
That's not echoing, is it?
There's a couple of things wrong with this.
You're good.
First, it's not based on any sound archaeological evidence. That's because soft tissue features like skin, hair, colour, and eyeballs are not preserved in the fossil record. The other reason is that after studying Neanderthals for 10 years, I'm convinced they look nothing like this at all. I'm Danny Vendramini, author of Them and Us, How Neanderthal Predation Created Modern Humans. In this video, I'm going to draw on the latest archaeological, genetic, and forensic evidence to challenge all your assumptions about what Neanderthals look like. There's a reason why all these forensic reconstructions end up looking like humans, and it's got nothing to do with science. I think it's about anthropomorphism. That's our tendency to attribute human characteristics to other animals. It seems to be part of human nature. We assume that because we've got smooth skin, protruding noses, clear eye whites, and full lips, then Neanderthals did too. And just because we lost our body hair, we assume they did as well. You can see examples of this anthropomorphic bias in television documentaries and in museum reconstructions around the world. The men are sometimes shown as quite handsome, and often they're even clean shaven. The children are nearly always quite cute, and some of them amazingly even wear diapers. The females occasionally sport trendy tattoos, and they always have breasts, even though not one of the species of primate has permanently protuberant breasts. So you're just left with the impression that we're seriously projecting our own tastes and values onto Neanderthals. Quite apart from the anthropomorphic problem, there's also a fundamental flaw in the technique used to reconstruct Neanderthal faces from their skulls. Now, this forensic process works fine on humans, but that's because we know the shape and position of our noses, ears, and lips. We know the thickness and texture of our skin, and we know the shape and size of our eyeballs. These soft tissue features are unique to humans. You would never use them to reconstruct the face of a chimpanzee or gorilla. And yet,
All right, so that makes me curious. What would we end up seeing if we used that to reconstruct a chimpanzee? What would it look like?
It would look like whatever the artist wanted it to look like because there's no proof that that even works.
I'm not talking about proof. Well, I mean, as far as humans,
I'm talking about the reconstructive thing. It's always got the artist's interpretation in it
Okay,
because there's
I've
no
got
way to know.
I got one for you. 10 years ago, Bethesda invited in a whole bunch of homeless guys for anatomical movement testing in Skyrim. And during the process, they took pictures, they had them walk, jump, hop, all kinds of stuff to get their animations down so that they had like their movement stuff. In the game, they utilized one of these animations of a particular person and used his skeleton as a monster in the game, right? The theorized skeleton.
Yep.
Never, like a couple of months ago, some people from one of the crime institutes around, one of the big crime schools where they do like police academy type stuff. You know what I'm talking about, like
Yeah.
detective school or whatever. They did a
Reconstructing.
reconstruction on the wireframe skeleton from the game and was able to identify the individual that the motion capture had originally come from because he was in like the APHIS system or whatever. He was already in the system. So they recreated his face, put it in the system, came up with the guy, called him up and was like, "We're just curious how your skeleton ended up in a Bethesda game." He was like, "Oh, I was homeless in the early 90s and I needed $12. Thanks."
Well, I'd be interested in seeing that, but any of the research that I've done into looking into how they come up with these ideas, like when they reconstruct dinosaurs and things like that from skeletons, it's always got an element of interpretation because there is no way to know. For example, when a person dies, their lips, their nose, their eyes, their ears, their hair all disintegrates over time. What's left is a skeletal structure that sometimes might give you an idea where muscles laid on the bone, but that's it. There's no way to know if that guy had a broad nose or even a nose at all. So when they put a nose, they have to assume.
The program that they used to reskin the skeleton was not designed to function on a polygonal skeleton unit. It was supposed to be from a scanned-in skeleton, but they did it on the game just because they had it and it was handy,
Right.
and it worked.
Work Lion says, "So was we fucking monkeys or not? Please get to that part." No, Work Lion, we were not monkeys.
Hey, I know where there's
always been people.
I know where there's a video of a chimpanzee with a frog that'll leave your feelings hurt. It'll hurt all your pee-pees. It hurts my pee-pees. And it just made me giggle. I was like, "A poor frog. Oh, poor frog." All right.
Scientists always use human facial characteristics and dimensions to reconstruct Neanderthal faces. So it's inevitable that you end up with something that looks like a human. It's spurious science. Television documentaries often use actors to portray Neanderthals. This involves hours and hours of meticulous makeup, which the producers assure us is 100% anatomically accurate. But it's not. And one reason is that Neanderthal eyes were in a different position in their skulls compared to humans. They were higher up, about where our foreheads are. And judging by the size of their orbits, or eye sockets, their eyes were also considerably larger as well.
It's because they're monkeys.
So if George Clooney ever had to play a Neanderthal, he'd need to have a serious facelift. And he'd need larger eyes as well.
Funny how that kind of looks like a baboon, doesn't it?
You can see that Neanderthal skulls and human skulls were fundamentally different.
Oh.
This is a Neanderthal skull facelift.
This is a very biased video because I've seen evidence to the contrary. Like if they're trying to prove it about monkeys, then the models all look like monkeys. But if they're trying to prove that Neanderthals are people, then they all look like people. It just depends on who's doing the research.
Oh, no doubt there. What I'm getting at is this. All right. Are you familiar with the Cro-Magnon problem?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that means?
I know what Cro-Magnon man is.
All right. So The only physical difference between a Cro-Magnon skeleton and a modern human skeleton are twofold. Well, there's a couple of skull differences, but the square eye sockets and apis-shaped connection on the bones or the muscle. These two changes would indicate that these individuals spent more time hunting in the dark and had a better distance rated binocular vision and could probably bench press about twice what an average human could.
Three things. Number one, I have friends that look like that, so you can't tell me that this
Yeah.
the bullshit about the skeletal structure. People have weird skulls. Number two, they did hunt more in the dark. They lived in the woods. They didn't have houses and cars, and they had probably thicker jaws because they ate with their teeth more so than we do, and they used their bodies as tools more so than we do. And number three, they could have just been monkeys.
Yeah, but there's always that end of it. But we got to get back to whether or not we fuck monkeys. I'm sorry, I stopped.
But I like George Clooney here. I'm voting for that guy.
That's a real heartbreaker right there, buddy.
Eyes as well.
It's good stuff.
When you actually look at the hard evidence,
Kind of looks like that guy that played on Friends.
skulls and human skulls were fundamentally different. This is a Neanderthal skull. It's got a protruding face, large eye sockets, and very prominent brow ridges.
Yep.
Compared to a human skull, quite different. There's another reason why Neanderthals don't look like humans, and that's to do with the environment. Basically, we know from Darwin that it's the environment that largely determines what an animal behaves like and looks like. In the case of Neanderthals and humans, they evolved on completely separate continents. Humans evolved in the temperate, warm, fertile savannas of Africa. Neanderthals evolved in the frozen glacial wastelands of Ice Age Europe. In fact, the two species, when they met again, had been apart for over 500,000 years. It's inconceivable from a Darwinian perspective that Neanderthals and humans would still resemble each other after 500,000 years. All this suggests to me that Neanderthals did not look like humans. Which raises an interesting question. What did they look like? Actually, once you get rid of all the anthropomorphic bias and the inherent flaws in the reconstruction technology, answering this question is not particularly difficult. And that's because, ultimately, Neanderthals were members of the order of primates. They were primates, and as such you would expect them to maintain the appearance of primates.
Mind blown.
Humans no longer look like their primate ancestors is,
Cover
I
that for a
believe,
second. That actually goes back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
If the people that are doing the research are looking for a primate, they find a primate.
That's right.
Human, they find a human in almost every case.
I wonder what this guy's skull looks like.
Oh, it's probably got a real smooth inside.
I know mine looks very apish when you look at it through an x-ray.
Mine looks more like that Neanderthal skull without the teeth and stuff.
Yeah.
That's probably what mine looks like. I had to guess.
I have a very rounded skull because I got that round head, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure
I
you
don't have a square jaw, so it all looks, when you take all the face off of it and you just see the skull, it kind of looks like somebody smushed a regular skull because I don't have any teeth either.
Amen, sister. You tell them, Cheesy. You tell them all about it. Mm-hmm.
But this guy seems to be on one track, you know, thinking about Neanderthal as one thing, but they don't have the evidence to back that up, so he's extrapolating a lot. So
I'm not sure he's extrapolating any more than the conventional view.
no, I'm sure they are. They all are, because there's no evidence. I mean, they've literally found a few scraps of bones, and that's everything that we know is based on those scraps of bones. It's all conjecture, and there's no way to know. The only way to know is to find the thing living and then look at it, because everything they say there's a counter argument to.
And that's what'll bring us into our time travel segment. So
Yeah.
let's get this done. Let's go through this. We'll do this thing. We're about halfway there.
Due to completely unique ecological and environmental circumstances, which I describe in my book. These circumstances certainly didn't apply to Neanderthals. So in light of that, you would expect them to maintain the appearance of a tall bipedal primate. Once you acknowledge that Neanderthals were primates, you start to see similarities between them and other primates.
Y'all go check
For
this
example,
channel out.
when I compared the profile of a Neanderthal with a...
This lovely lady has been putting up videos for 11 years that are essentially shorts, but she hasn't got the short format worked out quite yet. And she just uploads whatever she sees that happens to interest her, whether it's a fake palm tree, some new rocks, or a washout, or a flood. Or she has this one video. Actually, I'm gonna start this back up. I'm gonna go find that one video. Awesome. It's great. It's absolutely great. I'm gonna go show it. I'm gonna show it. We're here.
chimpanzee, they seem to fit amazingly well. For my book, Them and Us, I commissioned one of the world's best digital sculptors to create a completely new forensic reconstruction based on my theories. We began by scanning the skull of a French Neanderthal. Then, over several months and hundreds of emails and phone calls between Spain and Australia, a creature gradually emerged.
Eyes are all wrong.
Yeah, but
Now, saying that
give them some
Neanderthals look
leeway, I
like modern
suppose.
primates is an interesting clue, but it only goes so far. That's because modern primates come in all shapes and sizes. And there's a good reason for that. They've simply adapted to very specific regional
That ape-head titties.
and environmental circumstances. And we would expect the same of Neanderthals. So to create a more nuanced picture of Neanderthal physiology, we need to understand the specifics of their environment. And we know a great deal about that. It was Ice Age Europe, a frozen glacial wasteland, described as the most inhospitable environment ever occupied by hominids. This was the environment that shaped every aspect of their physiology and behavior. Take the issue of body hair, for example. Were Neanderthals hairless like us, or
Hey, George.
body hair like all the other primates? Well, if you look at the animals that lived in Ice Age Europe at the same time as Neanderthals, you see that they all had thick, dense coats of body hair. The mammoth, the woolly rhino, the Eurasian cave lion, the cave bear, all had thick fur coats. And that makes sense as an ecological adaptation to the climate. So it makes sense that Neanderthals did too. In Africa, where humans evolved, there was a wide range of prey species that could be hunted. There was also an endless variety of edible plants, fruits, berries, nuts, fungi, and even shellfish. By comparison, in Ice Age Europe, where Neanderthals evolved, there were only about 5 or 6 edible plants. And those that did grow there were of such low nutritional value, they weren't worth the time and effort to harvest. This, I believe, forced Neanderthals to abandon their ancestral omnivore eat-anything diet that they acquired from Africa and adopt an exclusive carnivorous diet. In other words, they stopped being hunter-gatherers and became exclusive hunters. Where it gets interesting. The prey they were forced to hunt.
My computer really didn't
some
like
of the
that.
fiercest, largest, and certainly most dangerous animals on Earth. These animals raised the bar and forced Neanderthals to become adept hunters. My contention is that this transformed them over 500,000 years into the apex predator of Europe.
Come on. There we go. Come on, give it to me again. Where's it at?
My theory that Neanderthals were flesh-eating predators is supported by new molecular analysis of their teeth enamel. This reveals that the Neanderthal diet consisted of 99% meat. In fact, that's all they ate. And there's only one way to get that much fresh meat, and that's by hunting.
a unique
things that they
human
No.
quality.
lived from. That's because we now know that Neanderthals were cannibals. The first evidence of this actually surfaced in 1906. Since then, literally hundreds of bones have been discovered right across Europe, bearing the unmistakable cut marks of cannibalism. My predator theory also explains why Neanderthals were so much stronger than humans. Their muscles were so large they had to have extra thick bones to take the strain. It's been estimated that Neanderthals were 6 times stronger than humans. Even a Neanderthal child could toss a human adult around like a rag doll.
So close.
It also explains their extraordinary intelligence. Neanderthals were unquestionably the smartest animal in
Hey,
Europe.
pause it just a second.
They mastered
I can't
fire-making,
pause it. I
They
can't.
can't.
Thing with
I was wondering. I couldn't see the picture anymore.
including
Yeah, I know,
razor-sharp thrusting spears.
My problem is
And like
my
other social predators, they hunted in
My-
pairs and used sophisticated ambush tactics.
my
to
screen on my
maximize
laptop
capture
has kind of
rates. There's
frozen,
one last adaptation
and
that
it
helped
lets my
transform
mouse go
Neanderthals
over
into
there,
such a
but
formidable
freezes it as
killing
soon as
machine.
it crosses onto the
The duck.
screen.
The vast majority of
You
land
broke it.
I broke it.
night because it's easier to catch prey when they're resting.
Hit the space bar.
This theory predicts that Neanderthals acquired larger night vision eyes and pupils to see in the dark. These kinds of eyes
I don't even
reflect
have
the
alt
light
tab working
extremely
here, man.
efficiently.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It would explain why
Thing is,
Neanderthals
my
had such enormous eye
mouse
sockets.
cursor pops up on it, but it doesn't. It freezes on top of it until it goes off of that screen.
If you think my Neanderthal
window.
reconstruction pictures are a bit scary,
Huh.
or the idea of camping alone at night out here
There
in
we
the
go.
forest is a bit disconcerting.
We're gonna let everything just pause for a second. Just let it all kind of catch back up. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to. What I did was I took a window out of it and put the window back, and it really didn't like me doing that. It really did. Who we got in here? We got somebody in here. Hey, AJ, let me see your face for a second. Yeah, there you go. You're good.
Alright, you got it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. What do you think about this, babe?
About what? The AI and all that stuff? Or me? What are we talking about now?
This is a video about interpreting Neanderthals as basically predatory gorillas rather than people. Got nothing on that one, huh?
No.
All right, we'll finish the video and come back to it. That's Jake. This is American Justice of Texas.
Oh, I know who she is.
I know, but I'm telling everybody. Poke at me.
Hey, sweetheart.
There's a good reason for that, and it goes to the heart of my Neanderthal predation theory. That's because about 100,000 years ago, a group of European Neanderthals migrated into the Middle East, into an area currently occupied by Israel, Syria, Jordan, and Lebanon. Now, living there at the time was a group of ancestral humans. These were timid Stone Age hominids who moved up from
Bam,
Africa.
Bam.
And the evidence suggests that the Neanderthals began hunting them, but not just for food. I believe that Neanderthal males also began hunting human females for sex.
And now they're rapists.
Now, this horrific period of sexual
Well, they were
and
men.
cannibalistic predation
Probably white guys
went
too.
on for
Probably.
of 50,000 years. It's this and only this scenario that explains why the 2010 draft sequence of the Neanderthal genome found categorically that Neanderthals had interbred with humans. For our
Because they were people.
a ferocious killing machine on Earth was so traumatic, so transformative, that even today we still
All right, I
harbour
got something to say
the
about that.
genetic legacy of that.
Have you ever met a 14-year-old boy?
Yes.
He
I
will,
was one.
he will dork absolutely anything.
Anything that moves, yep.
So
Or doesn't move.
I can't imagine it. I mean, I can show you the chimp and the frog. Just say it. I wouldn't imagine Neanderthals are much different.
Here's the problem with that theory, and I was hoping that your critical thinking would kick in at some point. Uh,
No.
Back in the 40s, the Germans
Hold on.
decided they wanted to make.
No, we're not here to learn anything new. We're not here to solve. We're not here to solve some shit. We're here to have a credulous conversation.
Well, I can't very well have a conversation without credulity. So,
Well, the idea is to take sort of an opposing view of the status quo, whatever the status quo may be. They assume that aliens aren't real. Well, we're going to assume they are and have a conversation, right?
okay.
So, a little credulity, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Well, in the 40s, the Germans decided they wanted to make super soldiers, so they began experiments trying to impregnate women with apes. And they did this with human females and male apes, and human males and female apes. Neither one would take because they are not interfertile. Can't make babies. So, if a Neanderthal, according to this video, raped a woman and they had babies, then Neanderthal was a dude.
Now, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. There were some. Check out Unit 731. Want to know how dark World War II got? Check out Unit 731. Come back and talk. We may do a whole show on that. Although
yes, that would be interesting.
An almost verboten subject. Any video about it on YouTube gets deuced out after about 3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. You got to be on top of it or you don't get any of that information.
Well, I know some stuff.
You can find stuff like, what is it? Yoshimido's gold, Yama. Anyway, there's this Buddhist temple that was supposedly ransacked by the Japanese. But something like 60 tons of golden Buddhas were removed from the temple and just disappeared. Nobody knows what happened to it. The only records of it had it going to a particular location and then vanishing like a fart in the wind when the Americans showed up.
There's a lot of that going on. A lot of stuff with paintings too in the Second World War.
Yeah, in the fall. Yeah, that's true.
A lot of art disappeared.
I'm just saying, if you want to know the height of human evil, look into the Japanese 731 unit. It's dark, very dark. All right, we only got like 2 minutes left. 1 minute, maybe.
Bring it on.
Period of predation. Since the beginning of humanity, these fiendish creatures have haunted the human imagination. They are the stuff of nightmares. They are the monsters, vampires, and werewolves of myth, movies, and folklore.
Right? Okay. So there's the thing. That's the video, and I was always very impressed by how clean and well put together it was, even though he's obviously talking out of his ear hole, But he put some effort into it, and I thought people should actually take a look at it. He's toting around like, 145,000 subs? He must be doing something right.
Yeah, people really love to delve into conspiracy theory.
They like weirdness in general, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, anytime you can mash things together, make a new thing, it seems interesting.
All right, so like you said, the only way we're ever... By the way, this is Gypsy Auditor UK. He's auditing places in general. Pretty lights and a nice picture. Go check him out. All right, so like you said, the only way we're going to ever know is if somebody goes back and shakes their hand.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings us to time travel.
Time travel.
Right. So it kind of seems like a no-brainer to me that if one were to invent time travel, either there is a natural mechanism in the universe to prevent someone from going back beyond the invention of time travel itself, or a paradox completely undoes the universes in which time travel is invented. leaving only the universe in which time travel was never invented to move forward.
The way I explain it is time works like a deck of cards, and you're the joker. As the card deck gets shuffled, there you are. When the card moves, the other card moves behind it, and it's no longer there. So if you're on the face card, that's time as it is in the present. When the cards are shuffled, the face card's no longer in the present. It's in the past or it's in the future. So you can only be at one place at one time, and then it's no longer there anymore. So time travel is not possible because the past already happened and the future hasn't happened yet.
Right. Or there's another option, which is largely the purview of science fiction. This is the idea of a time loop.
Yes, you're
These,
talking about wormholes and such.
however, I'm not specifying a mechanism. I'm simply saying, if time travel is possible, then the possibility of a time loop would be almost given.
Yep.
These given time loops, I think, are the dead universes that don't exist according to ours. They're the missing matter that we can't see because they've undone themselves through the development of time travel and the attempt to utilize it. I think
Well, that's a double negative, isn't it? Cancels itself out.
Canceling itself out. Once time travel is discovered, it gets used, they go back, and it's trapped in a loop. The normal universe where time travel was never discovered moves on, continuing down the path. And time continues unbroken.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay, so to verify any of these conditions would be virtually impossible without first taking a look into the future.
Right. Or the past.
Well, even if you look into the past, that's not going to tell you anything about time travel unless time travel has occurred and we can actually find direct evidence.
Yeah, you would have to catch somebody in the act of time travel to prove time travel's existence.
And it wouldn't it wouldn't do to find somebody using an iPhone in 1923, right?
No, because it wouldn't work. There'd be nothing there for it to work with.
Okay, well, let's say it's not an iPhone. Let's say it's something from the future that does work when they're in the past.
Say a calculator that runs on batteries.
Or, an iPhone that uses a temporal flux or some other thing that we're unfamiliar with, technology we don't have from the future.
So now you're looking for a thing that's never existed that you're unaware of, and you got to recognize it when you see it.
You would have to recognize a future tech that has probably been retro-engineered to look like past tech so that it's not easily identifiable at a glance, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to get really super clever. Or you would have to start with the intention of having yourself or some individual contact you from the future through the time travel device to let you know that time travel is possible and to prepare for it.
Yep.
So your only purpose when you get the message that time travel is happening is close the loop and do it quick. Do it immediately. Put us back in the right timeline immediately.
My problem with it is if time travel is ever going to be possible, then I need to remember to leave myself a message in a place that I can remember to look for a message that hasn't been sent yet, that I will eventually send, so that I will know that I traveled back to tell myself that I'm going to travel back to tell myself.
Yeah, and create a paradox thereby unraveling the universe. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, time travel's not possible.
Or at least if it is possible, it breaks the universe the second you create it.
Right.
So stop.
Or time travel is entirely possible, but because time is linear, when you go back in time, you go to a parallel universe because you can't go back to the universe you're actually in at the moment. So you never know because you're in a different universe.
Right. Now we're back to the pages of the book analogy.
Yeah.
We're chasing our tail on this.
Yeah, that's all time travel will ever be is chasing your tail because you cannot nail it down in the end.
Let's say you have the directions for time travel. What happens? Girlfriend calls Your girlfriend calls and tells you to come home. I need you here now, so the experiment never advances. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Is like the guy that invented time travel in this universe is actually a baseball player and loves playing baseball. He doesn't even talk about time travel. He watched Primer once.
I like it though. It's a thing to wrap your head around.
Well, it's certainly a difficult thing to speak about using contemporary English, because there's no future, past, present participles.
Right.
It's going to be difficult. Hey, Miss B, welcome to the show. We're just chilling. Hey, hippie. Well, link should be pinned up there if anybody's interested. At this point, we're just jack-jawing around. We've got about half the show hammered out, and this is all probably going to be unlisted later anyway. I don't even know really why I'm doing it. It's fun. I'm having fun. You having fun?
I have a blast.
Totally interesting.
I want American Justice to tell me what she's going to do when she travels back in the past to tell herself that she's going to travel back in the past to tell herself she's traveling back in the past.
I'm not going back too fast.
All right.
Well, that settles it.
She's just not getting no part of that. See, I would have no part of it. The only way that I'm going to get involved in any time experimentation is if I receive the notification that I'm waiting to receive. Years ago, I had this thought. I was like, the only way it could be done is if there was a final loop who knowingly closed the loop to prevent all of that bullshit from happening in the first place.
Yep.
Right? We ever get to that point, I should receive a message from myself going, dude, we fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
we got to do this. And then you go close the loop, which creates a different loop.
Right.
But maybe one that can be closed. I don't know. But that's your only option. You have to immediately end that shit. Like, ASAP.
The minute you realize that time travel has occurred, you probably need to blow your brains out, because if you're allowed to do that, then time will split into infinite fragments because of the multiple attempts of trying to fix what you fucked up to start with. Because time ain't meant to be broken.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at, is rather than sending back, changing information, send the individual that needs to know, not information that changes his response to time travel, that changes his response to the future, right?
Yes.
Rather than becoming involved or doing anything that would facilitate any of that bullshit, you go off left field and immediately break the continuum with intent. You do something so fucking outlandish that it can't do anything but break the continuum. I'm talking some serious CERN activity here. Like, seriously. And accidentally invent time travel. Damn it. Right? That's exactly how that works, ain't it?
Yeah.
Got a question for you.
Yeah, hit me, baby.
You ever watched Star Trek?
Only as much as possible until this most recent flux.
What did Spock refer to himself as? What species is he?
He's half human, half Vulcan.
Vulcan, right? And if you're from the planet Vulcan, what are you called?
Nanu. A Vulcan?
A Vulcan, right?
Yes.
They're called Vulcans. They've always been called Vulcans. I've seen 3 Star Trek episodes this week where he refers to himself as Vulcanian. Now tell me that something is not wrong here.
Different writers. Wait,
no, this is old stuff from the past. I've seen every episode, and I'm telling you, he's always called himself a Vulcan. Yet now I'm hearing him call himself Vulcanian.
Oh, you're talking about a Mandela effect.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Something's wrong here.
Yeah, so time travel was invented. We all died back in 2015, like I said all the time.
I think you broke something.
Hey, Bubba. Hey, hippie. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
I was waving to American Hottie, who pointed down at me and waved. So I'm waving at the Hottie. Not you, old man.
Hey.
Damn. Family for life. So what do you think about time travel, hippie?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like anything is possible in this world we live in. But what Untethered just said made a lot of sense to me. Well, the first thing people would do would be, go back and leave a letter somewhere that tells them that they're going to come back, and that just sort of breaks it all right there.
Sorry, Jerry.
All
So
right.
he kind of took the air out of my sail right there, because I was,
He'll do that sometimes. Sometimes you just kind of got to skip to the next step in the chain because he connected those two.
right.
So,
Sorry.
time
No, it's
travel.
all right, brother. Love
Time
you.
travel's a bit of a self-healing wound.
Yeah.
Is that what we're thinking? Okay. All right. So, next step, AI. We know that the various companies, corporations, governments, and secret services everywhere are trying to develop strong AI. I'm not talking about the Facebook bullshit where they can figure out whether it's a bridge or a light pole or street sign. I'm talking about like full-on facial recognition, completely incapable of discerning between human and AI, a full, strong AI.
Are you familiar with the G series? Like
Um,
G4, G2?
G4 is a channel for gaming, and
No,
it's
no, 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 no. This is a chat bot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm
This
sorry.
chat this chat bot that they've developed, and they're calling it G something, G2, G4, G6, whatever. And there's different levels of it, and it's already been programmed, and they put it out there, and it has conversations with people, and it's so good that you almost can't catch it. You have to like go into the abstract to catch it,
Is
not
it
knowing how to respond.
Is it like Japanese or Chinese? I've
I
seen
think
it.
so, yeah.
It's a female. I've seen one where the guy has this like incredible conversation with it, and it seems hard to believe
Yeah.
looking at it, and its eyes are moving, and I mean it
Hey,
blows your mind.
It
work
really does. That's what I'm
line
talking about.
Workline's been reading some very esoteric stuff. What you been doing in that library, buddy?
G string theory.
Esoterica, right
G
there.
string's kind of the older
Hey,
theory.
usually Forest of Monsters, welcome back. You got the gold tonight, by the way. You were the first one in here, I think, first or second.
Well, sorry,
He got the silver.
I got some family thing I had to take care of. I wanted to be here. I'm sad I missed it, bro. I'll watch
You
the
ain't missed
replay
nothing.
if you do it.
We're still doing it. This is it. This is the thing. I didn't have a guest tonight. All I had was a topic and a clickbait thumbnail.
I love it. I love just kind of random, you know what I mean? Just fucking
Well,
you know me, I do every stream is kind of a random.
yeah. Well, I mean, you're a classic paneler. I mean, that's what you do. You talk to people. It's your whole shtick. I talk to individuals typically. I break it down into an individual thing so that it's more easily identifiable with an individual creator. Right?
Yeah, I love your show, man. I love you. You're a good dude. I've always said that.
I try, and I'm having a bit of an issue getting certain types of content creators to talk to me, like preppers. Hell no, I'm a troll, obviously. Preppers just ain't having it. They're just like, no, you're one of those plants. I'm not doing it. I'm like, okay, I can't force you to. But I'm still looking for a prepper to bring in. I'd like to find a actual ghost hunting channel that's looking specifically for like ectoplasmic forms and orbs. I'm looking for a Dogman channel, or I'll accept the Lugaroo. I'm looking for a full-on alien abduction channel. Yeah, all of that stuff. And then also I've got a couple of cooking channels I'm talking to, Cooking with Lulu, and I got another one I can't ever remember the name.
I know a guy personally who was on 2020. He was in the military. He went on leave one night in Truro, Massachusetts at the base. The base guys dropped him off. His buddies, he was going to go to his girlfriend's, and he was supposed to be back at the base at a certain time. And he called at like 2 a.m, which was way past the time he was supposed to be back at the base. He's like, "Why don't you guys pick me up?" And they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, what?" And he claimed that he was picked up by aliens, and he was like hypnotized, and he had all this crazy stuff done. And he passed away today, but to the end of his life, he swore to God that he was picked up by aliens, and they could never disprove it. I mean, it's just one of those things. You're like,
Yeah, I'm not interested in disproving anybody of anything. I don't wish to disabuse anyone's belief of any particular topic, and I'm not trying to unravel anybody's channel.
Right.
That's not the purpose of this. The purpose
Right.
of this is to try to find the unusual and strange channels that people produce
Well,
on YouTube.
there's plenty of them, my brother. There's
Oh, yeah.
plenty to go around.
And they're all over the place doing all kinds of stuff. Just
Well, I'm sorry I ain't been around much because I had a
You're
little
good.
issue. But
do your thing, man. You got to do your life. YouTube is extra. We don't even sweat that. That's fine.
I broke my phone. I got a nice new S22 now, though. Let me tell
I
you,
heard
the
you talking about that.
best camera I've ever used. In the live today, I happened to realize how to zoom while on a live and couldn't believe it.
Y'all check this one out. This is from that the channel that Cheese linked earlier. It's 20, 36, 41, 9, 15. Hut. I don't know. It's that one. This is probably the best video I've seen all day. It's great. Narcissist tears.
Okay. What the fuck?
Dude, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It's great. Oh, it's the absolute great. We got a officially Forest of Monsters most recent season preview. I think. No, actually, this is the episode 5, next episode 5. I'm not going to do the sound on this one. Mainly, he's running around in the woods hunting Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
I believe that.
I asked him if, well, I'm of the opinion there's something savage in the woods and he's hunting Bigfoot. Bigfoot better watch out.
I think it's him.
Yeah, he's the savage in the woods. That's true. If you look at that man, he is looking. He's going to find him if he's out there too. He's serious.
Is that one eyebrow?
I'm not picking on this man for shit. He lives east of the Mississippi. If I was you, I'd shut the fuck up. I'm just saying. Look at him. He's savage as hell. He's out there in the places looking too. But he does an episode every, I don't know, few weeks. He goes out and does a different hunt, goes checks out some particular location or whatever. You know, it's neat stuff. It's
ATL auditor. That's a great point.
Where was you?
I agree with you.
Which one? Yeah.
He's talking about time travel.
About something would have been written about it. Yeah,
That's right.
and he's also of the question about where does it say time travel happened in the Bible. I'm not discussing the Bible tonight. That'll be.
I didn't elaborate. I just said it was a good point.
I didn't. Well, you didn't do it. I'm proud of you. Real proud of you. You're doing an excellent job, by the way, of being my counterpoint. You're excellent.
Not my show. I'm just doing what you want me to do.
Don't lie. You're doing what you want to do within the confines of my channel.
You know me. We'd have diagrams out by now.
Be drawing them in the dirt. But that's another story for another night.
Oh snap! I just remembered that.
Not to be confused with public information. That was a rough night.
That was a good night.
So yeah, he's actually doing a little bit more stuff on TikTok than he does on YouTube. He's got a whole team of people working with him. And
This guy?
Yes, this dude on camera. This is officially Forest of Monsters. He's currently in the chat.
Oh, he's here?
Yeah, he's in chat right now.
Forget what I said earlier.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, dude. He lives east of Mississippi. He'll come get you in your sleep in your woods. Gotcha.
I was just kidding, honestly, bro.
I wouldn't give you any shit about your ponytail.
He heard every word. Actually, he's deaf. He didn't hear any of that. But I'm sure he's got the subtitles up, so he read it all. He has evidence.
He got the clip.
He seems to be a pretty cool fellow. I asked him about hunting pixies, and he seemed to get a little offended. But I wasn't.
I bet.
What
What are you calling me?
The question was, you're out there looking for Sasquatch. If you found a pixie, would you tell anybody?
No.
I wasn't trying to be an asshole. I was dead serious.
Hey, you never know.
Hell, if I found a pixie, I'm not sure I'd tell anybody. When I saw the first wild man I ever saw, I didn't tell anybody for a while.
So
It was all
wait,
out
you
there
telling
for
me
the
you're gonna
stuff.
keep it all for yourself? Is that the kind of guy you are?
How am I supposed to convince you I saw a pixie?
I don't know. That's true.
So why not I just keep that shit to myself and drink myself into a cardiac arrest like a normal man?
Open your little cabinet door every once in a while and be,
He hands out your drink.
shut it.
I got one. Back in the day, somebody that shares the same name as me and lives in the same environment as I do might have once done a whole bunch of acid and may have had an argument with a super smurf with an S on his chest. And it might have won the argument.
That's funny.
That's
for
just
an
some good
obvious-
acid. That's all.
Really good at it.
That's some good acid. That's all.
I'm just saying, it may or may not have happened. I can neither confirm nor deny it.
What a great panel, bro. Fun shit.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. I'm waiting for anybody else who wants to pop in. Right. No, it's not code for alien. I'm serious. We're talking about interdimensional spaces, time travel, aliens, and AI. Who's to say that a freaking pixie's not going to show up tomorrow and just rock the whole freaking format of what we believe? Hey, Carrie, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Somebody drop his link that hadn't already been done.
Well, what's your quick analysis of aliens? You believe or don't believe? Quick analysis.
Okay. It's an awful lot of wasted space if there aren't any aliens. Go forth and multiply may be the only commandment that matters.
Right.
My personal belief is there's probably life out there, but it has nothing to do with us.
Why would it? There's no intelligent life on this planet. Sorry, there's no intelligent life on this planet. Oh, I found something. I went digging through my old videos, and I dug through this computer for 3.5 hours looking for something. I found it. What was that? I don't know if y'all have noticed, but my Odin Seas theme has been real crappy recently. And I finally found the right one. Mute this. Let me find the right one. Where's it at? Odin Source. Got the right one. What are the humans doing? Much.
Yeah. I've seen that video.
I went digging for that thing. I transferred a bunch of stuff off my hard drive a while back, and I lost it. And I've been having to use a crappy reproduction that I had made. And they've just been horrible. I've hated them. Nobody's watching them. They suck. I know they suck, and I know why they suck. The first time I made that sound, it was flawless. It was perfect, and I fucked it up. Then I lost it. But I've got it, and I'm going to be using it from now on. I'm going to add a little bit to it, too.
Well, I'm glad you found it. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah, it sounds great.
Can do library and have every one of your videos up to 1,000 in the 2-hour period automatically uploaded right to LBRY. Then if anything ever happens, it's always sitting there.
It's not that I lost it on my platforms. It's that I misplaced it in my drive. I misnamed it when I was saving it.
Yeah.
And
you seem like a guy that's probably got a bunch of hard drives. Like you got like externals and
I keep everything. I'll download this later, even though it'll go unlisted and you'll probably never see it ever again.
Right.
I may come back and take a piece of it and use it for a short, or something that somebody said may be pertinent to an episode later, and I'll bring it back. You know, nothing bad. I'm not trying to unravel anybody's channel. But if any of y'all ever do a multiple homicide, I'm going to cut everything y'all have ever. And it's all going up. So remember that. The next time you consider killing 5 people, it's going to feed my channel.
Hey, make it where you can get it. That's what I say.
Yeah, send me the link.
Well, first you got to get caught.
I don't mean to be that shallow. I don't mean it. Don't send me the link to do bullshit like that. I'll remember that shit to my death. I don't want to see that shit. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. I don't want clout that much. We're gonna go back to this. We're here. This is what we're aiming for. It's right here. Right. High yield mediocre. and aggressively.
Aggressively average.
We're not trying to be controversial. We're just trying to have a nice conversation and not get anybody juiced off YouTube. I figured this is probably going to pick up one of those little Wikipedia disinformation boxes. Almost.
I got one of those.
I get them all the time sometimes.
The funny thing is, though, I got one because I was talking about water having memory. And water does have memory. You can store images in water. But they put a flat earth box on my channel. I never mentioned the flat earth.
They put a flat earth box on your episode on my channel.
That's what I'm saying. I never even mentioned it.
And
the hell?
Where carries. I don't know. I don't know that he cares about flat earth one way or the other. I don't get it. Maybe just saying it does. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. And I'm thinking there might be some kind of correlation that I'm unaware of where those two subjects cross paths somewhere. And they just did it.
Holy shit, that looked like me when I woke up this morning.
Right. I felt that way. I was like, coffee. That's me right before my first cup. That's about right.
Yeah, every day.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. She sells seashells down by the seashore.
Can't say any of it. Not trying.
Hey, Kermit, welcome to the show. Bernie, it's good to see you.
American Justice, you need to shut the hell up. You are just dominating all the conversation here.
Yeah, you've overwhelmed everybody in chat. They can't even get a word in edgewise.
I know.
What you got
I'm
planned?
not here to talk. I'm here to look pretty.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah, you're doing a wonderful job.
What you got planned for your channel there, American?
Okay, I know.
Nothing? You're not magnet fishing, you're not ghost hunting, you're not cop watching.
I'm not saying shit because every time I plan it, it don't happen. So I'm done. Just
Okay,
whenever
I
it
dig
happens, it happens.
You know what I suggest you do?
What?
Take you a week and go film you some flowers. Upload that. Put you a joke or a quote over it or something.
Yeah.
Just content, something as a space holder until you get back to YouTube.
What? It's only been a couple days.
Yeah. Welcome to YouTube. You're dead a day and a half ago.
I don't care.
No one even remembers you. Who are you?
I don't give a fuck.
I like this girl. She's funny as
great.
fuck.
I love her. I do. She's a whole barrel of monkeys. A couple of Neanderthals too.
What does she do on YouTube? If I don't mind
Everything she
asking.
can think of.
Oh yeah, she does it all. It's kind of
She's
how I am.
every suggestion I've made so far. Everything.
I never know what I'm gonna put on my YouTube until I'm right amongst it, and then, like, he plans all this shit out. He's got a wonderful show all laid out, guests laid out. Me, I'm like winging everything I do. It's strictly on a whim.
Me too.
When I'm videoing, the winging it is great. But if I'm trying to do a panel or something, I have to plan it. It has to be planned.
Not me.
Or I freeze up and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I sit down and try to film something with my OBS, and I look at the camera, and suddenly I'm like, nothing comes out. But I can sit down with you people and just sit and bullshit with you all night. It ain't no thing at all.
Well, it's like when I do my lives and my audits and I'm not live, I try to talk as if you guys are all right there, because a lot of times I know I'm not going to have internet.
Right.
And a lot of people think that's weird. Like, who are you talking to? I don't know. Hopefully I'm talking to somebody who might be watching. You know what I mean? That's what I hope.
Right. I've never even done a live from my phone at all.
I love the lives. I did one today in the woods with my dog, but the internet was trash.
It's good stuff. I dig the dog stuff, like all the walks and stuff. Those are beautiful trails you go through, the trips to the beach and stuff.
I put that video out with my dog's face on there today as the thumbnail. I picked up 3 subscribers in 4 hours. People love dogs.
Don't worry about it.
Right, that's true. Well, we talk about that. I was 975 the other day. I woke up in the morning. I was back to 960. I'm like, motherfucker, 15 subscribers in one day.
Talk about
break a man's heart.
I've hit 785 7 times in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And went down either to 780 or back down to 775 in the intro. which implies that they are subbing and then coming back to sub again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
YouTube's
should
got
let it stick 2 or 3 tries, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, if somebody comes back more than once, it should stick regardless. That means
Right.
at least they're coming back.
I'll tell you, this would be probably the last time I ever mention this channel. He is the hardest man on earth to be subbed to. You will sub to this man. A week later, you will be unsubbed. You'll sub again, sub to all 7 or however many channels he's got, and over the intervening 2 or 3 weeks, you'll be unsubbed from each channel until you're no longer subbed to it. And this happens over and over and over again.
Huh.
And it's happened through 3 profiles that I've had. There's an individual on YouTube. He does YouTube
Obviously,
stuff.
he's unsubscribing you to his channel.
I don't know. I don't know why.
I think YouTube has bots that do that to certain people.
Right.
You get on a list, and next thing you know, people are.
Has anybody else received a email from the YouTube community service talking about some of your comments on YouTube have been concerning, and we would like you to take a survey?
Not yet.
That is a null-sum game. Either it's a scam or it's legit. If it's a scam, it'll just take your channel. You'll lose your channel and have to start over. If it's legit, it's YouTube looking to use the answers to the survey as evidence against you. Treat YouTube as a cop and say nothing.
Yep.
No response. It's a null-sum game. The only way to win is to not lose, and that's by not sharing information.
Yeah. I remember that guy, Aquachigger. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
I love Aquachigger. He's awesome.
He's on YouTube, and I watched him relentlessly. And he had a guy in like India or something play one of his videos, and he played it backwards. Like he flipped it somehow. So someone contacted him saying that this guy had his video, so he tried to strike him. And YouTube ended up threatening to take Aquachigger's channel because he only had, 10,000 subscribers, and the guy in India, he had 1.3 million. And he was on YouTube basically crying, saying, listen, guys, I'm going to lose my channel because somebody else took my content, flipped it around backwards. I complained about it, and now I'm in trouble.
I just did it.
And I was like,
the
what
video
the hell?
around backwards. It's a thing you can
Got
do.
your chat backwards too.
Oh, that's the one I accidentally did. I flipped my chat back. I'm a terrible person. Let's fix it. Bam. Now it's back straight again. Now, turning a video backwards is supposed to be a way to stop the copyright system from jinking you around. I've never had any success with that.
I turned mine backwards and then tilted at a 27-degree angle, and nobody's ever bothered me when I've done that.
Yeah.
As far as copyright strike goes.
Well, strikes, I'm not worried about.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Poking at claims, trying to get around some of them, trying to
I meant copyright claim.
Right.
Why though? How come?
Because, all right, so I'm not really planning on monetizing my channel, but I would like to eventually monetize my show episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in order for my show episodes to eventually be monetized, they're either going to have to be left on this channel on their own, or they're going to have to be uploaded to another channel, which eventually acquires enough views to become monetized. All that's available.
Right.
Well, I use the copyright claim system on YouTube as a filter to filter out all the copyrightable material so that later I can edit it out and upload it to Rumble or BitChute or wherever else.
Well, can I say I'm an expert in this area a little bit, is that when some of my streams, I'll get 33 copyright claims in one stream.
Jeez.
And what happens in my experience is on each copyright claim, if you click on it, there's a little button on the side. It says options. When you click on the options, it gives you an option. Would you like to relieve the piece of this video that they don't like? And if you click yes, it takes like an hour, but they'll delete that chunk of video and then it'll go back up as uncopyright claim. I don't mess with that shit. I just leave it alone.
I can't do that because my show is so tight when I do it that even like these stupid commercials that pop up because I'm a cheap bastard, sometimes they pop up and get copyright claim, which is cool.
But if you knew that chunk was the reason why, all you'd have to do is go to that to that stream, go to YouTube editing,
Yeah.
quickly clip out that little chunk, and then YouTube would
Actually, I go about it a little bit
automatic.
different. I dump it into a shotcut, take the entire episode, edit out everything that I even remotely suspect might be copyrightable, and then upload that and let it filter.
Right. Do you
And
use that
anything
tube?
left, I will.
Do you
I
use
will-
that tube, buddy, which pre-checks your streams for? That's a YouTube program, costs like
Yeah.
$10 a year or something.
I have yet to pay YouTube a single dime.
Right. I don't pay for anything. I use the free version, but in the free version, it has a precursor to check your stream for. Of course, I don't do any of that because I don't give a fuck about YouTube, you know?
Well, I mean, you got some people out there like Norte. He does upload videos about stuff like, Homo erectus and whatnot, whatever evidence there is that he can dig up. And quite often, the imagery that he chooses to put up on his videos get copyright claimed. He then has to go back, re-edit the video to take the copyrighted images out, either pick different images to add there or adjust the script so that it's shorter and fits the video.
Right. Yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the. I mean, I get it. I just don't like. I've messed a whole bit where certain streams. If I had a stream where an interesting thing happened and I don't want to let that stream go, I'll have to edit it out. You know.
Right.
Joe for life.
Joe for life.
What up? What up? What up?
I see you're in your Sasquatch mask.
Yeah, I got my Sasquatch on tonight.
I hear you. All right, we'll give everybody a good look at it since,
Oh, yeah.
Sparkle Simp.
Sparkle Simp, Team Edward.
Wow.
Right. I love it when they show scientific things in a video so that you know science that's taking place.
Hell yeah.
This is all scientific as hell.
Science.
Science. Right.
Do you deny?
Remember that old movie, Weird Science?
Yeah. I prefer a Real Genius to Weird Science. Weird Science was very good, but Real Genius was a better overall movie. And it's the only movie with a backwards scene that was filmed and spoken actually backwards. And also the only
No, that's top secret.
Oh, that is top secret. My bad. The underwater bar fight scene is also top secret, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but them movies didn't have Kelly LeBrock in them. I'm just saying.
That's right.
They did have a very young Val Kilmer.
Kelly LeBrock was smoking. I missed the 80s. You ever notice that they don't have girls like that anymore?
Right.
Kim Kardashian don't hold a candle to Kelly LeBrock.
Right. Exactly.
I'm bad at this, y'all. Oh, wow.
Yeah, baby.
Wall comes for them all, don't it?
Yes, it does. She don't look that way now, but she looked that way then.
Yeah, you can't hide from Mother Nature. I'm just saying.
Look at that.
Right. All right. I'll give you this much. That's definitely a whole bit of woman right there.
That makes every 14-year-old in America shiver a little.
She's savage, too. She looks savage. Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, happy anniversary.
Yeah, man, today's mine and Rachel's 16th anniversary, we think.
Happy anniversary.
2005, isn't that 16 years?
Good for you, brother.
Yeah, man. We've been together like 24 or 28 years.
Nice.
We have issues remembering.
2005 would be 17 years.
34 years for me. We've been together 41 years.
Word.
Damn, your wife.
34 years married.
Your wife needs an award for being able to put up with you that long.
I agree, brother. I've often said it was a prison sentence for her marrying me, man. I'm telling you. I ain't joking.
Hey, when I was getting married, I was at the church. Everybody, all my friends and all my buddies and everybody kept coming back to the vestibule to the rectory, come talk to me. Now, this place in the rectory, in the what do you call it, vestibule? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, backstage, right? they had a pool table back there, and I sat there and played games of pool with myself because nobody could stick around long enough to actually shoot a game of pool with me, right? So I was back there playing 9-ball with myself. People kept coming in going, you're going to be all right. You need to calm down. Everything's fine. I'm like, y'all are the ones freaking out. I'm marrying Rachel. Y'all should go talk to her because she's the one marrying me. If anybody's making a mistake, it's her. So go talk to her, see if you can talk her out of it. I've already tried.
You know what I do when I drive down the street and I see people get married and stuff at churches? I yell out the window, "Don't do it!"
Because you're an asshole.
Right.
Just about every time we go to the beach, we end up catching some wedding party or anniversary party or something like that. And for the past 10 years or so, when we go and one of those parties sets off, I spend all night trying to convince Rachel to go crash the party with me. She will not do it.
Wedding crashers.
We've got a suit. We can totally pull this off. We can just dress up real nice, walk over there. They just pick up a glass of wine. They won't even ask. Guaranteed.
Pastafarian, that's right, Crafty. I figured if Toe was going to be in uniform, I might as well join him because.
Right?
I mean, we are talking about AI and time travel, so you do need that tinfoil hat on.
Fuck
Unless the holes in it, it might not work.
And they look like stars. I mean, is that like attracting or what?
It'll definitely attract some kind of rays.
No, but it's a thing. I was on a stream one night and somebody said, "Let's all be Pastafarians," and I thought, "What the hell is a Pastafarian?" They're like, Google it. It's actually a thing. I can't believe it.
Monster respects pirates most.
I like it.
It's cool stuff.
Pastafarian.
Pastafarian, that's right.
The sauce man.
Speaking of pirates, that walk I did today on the ocean, that's right where the Witter is. The pirate ship Witter. Pretty interesting. A good read.
I don't have anything to put on my head.
Oh shit, look at her. I like that even better. Damn. Where'd you get that? I want it.
She looks like Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. I like the hair though. Now you're hiding the hair. Damn.
Dude, it's so hot.
There you go.
So hot.
I like the neck thing too. That's hot.
Lose. All right, everybody's still here. Can't lose nobody. Let's see what else we got for peanut gallery. Turn that one off. All right, so aliens, have they contacted Earth, and are we living in their last days?
And are we what?
Have they contacted Earth, and are we living in the last days?
No and yes.
Yes and no.
I feel like they've been here because the government's always hiding all kinds of bullshit. So I would say they've been here. Have we made contact? I doubt it because we would know about it.
Why would we know about it? Who would tell you?
Because it would get released sooner or later. Some asshole would be on his deathbed and would tell the truth about the aliens that we have locked in some mountain with the.
We've heard a lot of those, actually, dude.
I was gonna say, like I've heard that before.
That's not new.
I guess I ain't been watching TV in a while.
Hey, there's a dude who camped his way all the way across Area 51. Went under the wire and everything. Yeah. It's on YouTube. You can go check it out.
Yeah, I watched all the. I love watching that stuff.
Yeah, get caught under there.
Right.
Get caught over there.
Yeah, well, you know, what are you gonna do? How you like that?
I like that clickbait, man. I was gonna come in here. I was gonna come in here and be like, "Damn, man, clickbait like a motherfucker."
Hey, it's this
you
man
should,
right
you should like reverse it next time to see what kind of
difference it makes
you get from all ladies, you know.
Oh, she's saying put like a Chip and Dale dance.
Damn, I'll be here too then. Damn.
I've already
some man balls.
Hairy nuts.
Yes, let's go.
Where's he at?
Hey, take the comment down. It's right in friggin' Toe's face.
It's all right.
Well, we don't see Toe
there he is. What the fuck are you wearing, bro? What is that?
Cowboy hat. Yeah.
That looks hot. That looks hot, bro.
Look like
Is
Jack Murphy.
that Snapchat?
You
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
look
that's
like
snap
Jack
camera.
Murphy.
Yeah.
You look a lot like Jack Murphy. Dude, you might not want to put that on anymore. I would just put that one out of your list. Because you look like Jack Murphy. Was the cuckold cowboy?
There you go.
Yes.
And now he's Antifa.
No, this ain't Ant. This is Antifa.
No, that's
There-
a G.I.
there's
Joe
Antifa.
character.
There's Antifa.
Snake eyes.
for you.
Wait a second. Yeah, that'll do. So how are we doing, folks? We got an hour and a half in.
Hey,
Where do we want to go with it?
Hey, did you see that? Did you see? We clipped that video on that live stream, that panel from the other night.
Hairnet.
Maybe not.
The hairy nuts part of it. We clipped it down to 10 minutes. The 10-minute discussion we had.
About hairy nuts. I saw part of it live.
Oh, you go watch the 10 minutes. It'll make you laugh even the second time around.
Oh, fantastic!
It's on the Road and Toe Show and Toe for Life.
You want me to bring it up
And
now?
it's on Hairy Nuts too.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Harry Nuts
Bring
shared it.
Hairy nuts.
Jeff shared it on Jeff is Here Live. He shared it on his community page.
Oh yeah,
I'll be right back.
that's pistachioed long nuts. He didn't share it like that. He
Yeah, he put it on his community, I think. There it is.
You're one.
You can skip the intro if you want.
I gotta have.
Hairy
Oh,
Nuts.
sure.
I love Hairy Nuts.
I love hairy nuts.
Okay.
No, have you guys
I wasn't
heard
re-
about?
Please, somebody clip that. I'm sorry, Road Dog. Somebody clip that and send it to me.
He's never heard me go off about hairy nuts.
He likes hairy nut.
That's crazy.
No, I think he has. It was just, yeah.
Oh wow, he has to. Every time Harry Nuts makes an appearance, just somebody mentions him. I say I love Harry Nuts just because it's funny, and I'm gonna get like a super cut of me saying.
But they had a whole 10-minute conversation about it. It was crazy.
FBS is probably on it.
Yeah, right. Oh man.
I'll get it for you and see.
Yeah, that's gonna be all in Discord tomorrow. I'm just telling you. I'm just going to heads up. Heads up, buddy.
I want you to feature that in one of your videos. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to lose subscribers here, cuz.
We'll get Caucasian to do it. We'll get Toe to do it. Caucasian does the same thing.
Yeah.
I thought I seen somebody type in "Blue Lives Matter," but I seem to remember
There
Blue
is
Lives
one in the
Murder.
chat called Blue Lives Matter.
Blue
Oh,
Lives Matter. Right here. I'll show it to you.
Yeah, Blue Lives Murder. That's my say.
That's the name of his channel. He's a Texas auditor.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around anyway.
He's right there.
Yeah, Blue Lies. I got you. Yep.
Yeah,
Back again.
people are all over Discord.
He's a
Good
tech
one.
man.
Good one. What's up, Ohio Steve?
Yeah, welcome in, Ohio Steve. Axiom Revolt. It's coming, trust me.
Huh?
Axiom Revolt?
Axiom's
Yep.
Revolt. Yeah.
I've seen him around.
Yeah.
You're in the chat right there, right now.
Hello.
Yeah. You could be like Epic and say American Justice. What's up, brother? Oh, that was funny.
I used to see him
Yeah.
in Caucasians chat.
Epic put it in a comment, American Justice, what's up, brother? I was cracking up. Harry's in Virginia.
Harry Nuts.
Oh, see,
He's Harry
again.
Nuts in Virginia.
Again, he goes
Sounds axiomatic.
off to say hi.
Hmm.
And he's
Well,
got
here-
family not far from me. He keeps telling me he's going to come by here.
I miss
Well,
him.
Harry, hey Harry,
I missed Harry Nuts when he came through Georgia. He stopped off in Savannah for a couple of days, and while he was down there, I figured out where he was at, and I got as far as getting into my car and was pulling out the end of the driveway when my baby mama called me and asked me to go pick up something from CVS, and I was like, yes, I can do that. I'll regret it for the rest of my life too, because I love Harry Nuts.
Harry Nuts, if you shave, I will let you come see me.
Well, his daughter's getting married.
Just saying.
Yes.
Is that the bean? What's that? Franks and Beans, or what the hell's her name? Mickey and Beans or something.
Mickey and Beans.
Am I remembering this right? Maybe I might be thinking about somebody different now. I remember there was a Harry Nuts a while back. Is that the same Harry Nuts? And it sounds weird me saying it too. Not right.
Yes.
And it was he a cop or still a cop?
Everybody having a problem with their chat loading?
No, I'm good. Mine's rolling.
Mine's doing all right. At least I haven't seen an issue with my chat. But I don't know. Refresh. I can be like the IT guy. Did you restart it?
Is that the same guy?
No,
Harry
no.
Nuts?
No. Okay.
Harry Nuts is a lineman, an electrician lineman. Believe it or not.
But is it the same? Maybe I got the cop thing mixed up. But is it the same Harry Nuts from that I knew about a year ago?
No, Harry came out about what 8-9 months ago.
Oh, okay. All right, different Harry Nuts. There's another one running around, cuz I'm just telling you.
And
I
Harry
think
said
it.
no deal.
That just
No
does
deal.
not sound
No,
right.
right. I know.
Jose
Right,
said that Harry Nuts came out about not even a year ago.
yeah.
Harry Nuts started his channel a week before I started mine. We started it within like 4 days of each other and found each other almost immediately. It was rather strange actually, because I was looking through auditors trying to find people to come on the show. This is when I had like 4 subs. I stumbled across Harry Nuts, and he was like, I was thinking about uploading some videos too. I said, you should fucking do it. You should do it immediately. And he did. Yeah, I think his first live stream, he went for a walk on a jetty during like a freaking tsunami or some shit. I was like, get your old ass back on the fucking beach. What's wrong with you? Stop that. 1 million views ain't worth your death, bro. Not at all.
That's some young Harry Nuts there. You already got hair on your nuts at 9 months, cuz. What the fuck?
Oh, boy.
See? The show's going to shit. Help. Somebody help. Help.
Hey, Jeff. She's as cute as she can be, right, Jeff?
Right. Oh, damn.
Oh, Harry Nuts is awesome. We love it.
No, I have no doubt. I just don't know that Harry Nuts. I know a different Harry Nuts from before. But I'll check Harry Nuts out. Damn, that sounded bad. Hey, Harry Nuts, I'm going to check you out, cuz.
Hey, Joe. We now have the clip to come back with your I Love Harry.
Yeah. Let's put both of them together.
It needs a little bit of editing.
That'll be a fucking humdinger right there. Well, I'm telling you. Where the fuck? Who's chat is he in?
Said, so there's 2 Harry Nuts.
Yeah, right.
Usually there is, Ohio Steve.
Yeah. Good one, Ohio Steve. Hey, what chat is he in? I was gonna go check his channel out, but
Probably Heather's. Or,
can somebody drop his link?
Yes,
Slow burner.
Who?
What's up, Slow?
I'm in the toe. I'm in the toe, road and toe. If you can drop it in there, Heather.
Okay. I'll drop that
Where Harry Nuts was at.
Yeah, where you at, Harry Nuts? Where's my Harry Nuts?
Nuts are at,
Chatception.
There you go.
Dropping nuts everywhere.
I know, right? It's just, and I hope. Listen, and I really hope to God that's why he made a channel name like that, so we can laugh and make stupid fucking jokes about it. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, Harry is fucking awesome.
Come on, say the whole thing.
Well, Harry just
Harry
said,
Nuts are
"What's
fucking
your Harry
awesome."
Nuts?
How's that?
Now we got one of you, buddy.
Yeah, he is. He's a great guy. I met
Every
him.
Tom, Dick, and Harry Nuts.
H's room is where I met him at.
Thanks, Judd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to Harry Nuts.
Yeah, no.
Damn, what I just rolled off the tongue, don't it?
You have to search for Harry Nuts. This thing is Harry Nuts.
Did you just say that Harry Nuts rolls off the tongue?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Very nice of you. Let him roll off the tongue like that. That's for another show.
Nuts now?
No, I'm already subscribed to him, man. That's weird.
And what the bad part about it is it's rolling off of his tongue very easily.
I know, it just rolls off of your tongue, man. It's like Harry Nuts.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
This show did just go sideways real quick.
All right, let's.
Hey, man, I'm definitely going to have to chop some shorts out of that. I hope it don't offend nobody in that fucking panel.
No. Wait till I end it. When I end it, dude, it's the greatest, I think.
I'm going to have to go chop that shit slam up. It's going to be great.
Hey, what's up? Soul burners in the house.
Yeah.
What am I good for? I'm good for comedy relief, man, if nothing fucking else. I mean, come on.
You probably do a pretty good job as
Oh my God, I just lost a subscriber because I said Harry Nuts too many times. What the fuck? Damn it. Come back to me. I won't say it no more. I'm just put it out there. Harry Nuts, did you unsubscribe from me? Is that what we done it? It was you, wasn't it?
He thought he was a single nut until you told him there was another one.
I know. I bet there's a clan of nuts out there.
Laptop, sorry folks, the panel went nuts.
Okay, now that we know you like talking about nuts.
Yeah, right.
Only Harry Nuts. Get
Welcome
it right.
to the Road and Go Show, where we talk about hairy nuts for like 15 minutes.
Right. Yeah. God, come on. Harry Nuts, resubscribe, man. I'll stop talking shit about you.
We all love Harry Nuts.
There you go. No, good to have you in here, Harry Nuts. Ah, damn. Hey, sweet tea audience. Good to see you. I'd rather see you than them Harry Nuts. That's for damn sure.
That's what I'm thinking, Rico. Correct. I'm listening to a clan of nuts.
Yep, 007. What's up? Lucky laptop with his big ass iPhone now. Whoop whoop. Hell yeah.
Upgrade.
Yeah, so the next time the cop flips his laptop into the ditch, he's still got his phone to go.
He's got a phone, yeah. Don't lose that iPhone though, big dog. I'm just saying you gotta hold on tight. Hold on tight.
Well, I told him, I said what we ought to do is come up with some kind of thing where he could use the iPhone as a body camera.
There you go.
His laptop.
Yeah.
Actually,
Sometimes you feel like a nut, 007 said.
Sometimes you don't.
Yeah. All right. Good to see all you guys, man. Especially you, Harry Nuts. Woo! Yeah, we can do this shit all night.
Oh,
Just
nice.
saying. All right, I quit. I quit. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
I can't believe this comic.
I'm about ready to say that one.
15 minutes for
All right.
Harry Nuts.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
oh my goodness.
Fuck you,
For
Harry
a
Nuts.
second.
Fuck you and your Harry Nuts.
All right, I'm going to put my hairy nuts aside, and I'm going to get back
There
to
you
the
go.
show.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Oh my God. It's never a dull moment when NC's around, I'm telling you.
No. I'm sorry, man.
Great.
Can't help it.
Oh,
How dare you infiltrate my room with your outro?
Well, I mean, you.
I got a new outro. I do.
Mine's just the basic one, bro.
This one was done. This one was done by a 007. Not the same one from NC Tire Hunter, but
Not OC SOB.
I'm pretty sure that's old country son of a bitch. I'm almost certain that's what.
I don't know, but you're probably right.
I recognize the language used. I'm pretty sure that was his channel name before it got deuced out for having a bad word in it. Might be a different guy, but he talks a lot like him. Anyway, so yeah. Anything else we want to take a look at? AJ, you had something.
Didn't AJ put something in there?
Yeah, let me see.
In the chat? Like play me or something? She put play me and then put a YouTube link. See it?
Can you put it in the private chat? I don't know if you can do that. If I try to do it here, it's going to open on the window over here.
Hey, and just to let you know, that was just quick. I just took the time that it started and the time it ended until Road Dog. Just clip it down, put the intro on the front of it, and throw it on the channel.
All right, so now I'm having trouble with my phone loading my chat. That's weird. It just went 505 error or something?
Yeah, mine's still fine on both sides.
Dude, you're a mod. You should be able to put your
I am
link in there.
Can't.
I'm talking about untethered.
Oh.
Can't chat.
Oh. Well, I'll have to show you how to make that happen.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that after.
Yeah. I was just putting it in there with no request. Just putting it up. For the end.
Sure. We've I think we shared your link in the middle of all this.
I don't know.
There it is.
I just put it in there in case you needed it. That's all. Didn't even need to mention it.
I dig him,
Okay,
Tevin.
I got you.
I watch him
Before
quite
you
a bit.
judge me,
He's a good dude.
please remember,
I read the entire Matthew 5 the other night on my channel, Untethered. I love reading. We'll have to get together sometime and chill. You're smarter about it than I am, but I still
Sure,
like
man.
speaking the word, man. We'll chill.
Please come by the show anytime, and I'll get you in there. We can talk.
Well, that sounds good.
I do Wednesdays and Fridays where I just chill with everybody. We could do it like a thing like this, and I get you on there, and we can talk back and forth.
Sounds great. I'm down.
Yeah, man. And thank you for watching the show.
No, it's always a pleasure, honestly. Place to go where it's quiet and just listen to a man talk. I love it.
Appreciate it.
Is there a particular one of these you wanted me to see? Or just all of them?
No, that one, yeah, that one, and then the yep one.
Yep.
Yep.
before you judge me, please remember, I don't give a fuck about what you think.
Yeah, baby.
Before you judge me,
Did you notice that
It won't stay there.
I'm Brian Kemp. I'm soaking.
Did you notice this in Avengers Endgame?
What?
I said those are other shorts.
Yeah, but what was the other one you specific? These are not yours.
No.
Right.
It's called Yup.
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 Yep.
Yup. Dippity doo dah.
Oh, I dippity doo dah one time.
Rested. More road and tow shows. You're everywhere, dude. Y'all are all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all go live. I
Prolific.
get 27 announcements.
Who?
Yeah, you. When Road
Well,
and Tow Show goes live, I get Heather Holt, you, Road Dogs, American Justice, and anybody else that has to wander onto the fucking set.
Everybody likes jumping on that restream pairing.
Yeah, and I don't know.
It's
if
down
that's-
further, Sasquatch.
Okay, I didn't go.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
right there. Yup. Damn it! Why does it?
Or when you're having sex with somebody, you can say yes, or yeah, or uh-huh. But for some reason, you can't say yep. Yep. Oh, yep, baby. Yep. Indeed. Oh, Affirmative.
But of course.
When you're having sex with somebody,
that one's great.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
What the hell?
That was the way the shorts work when you're on a laptop. They autoplay, and it doesn't matter how many times you try to back out of shorts, it just reloads different shorts.
Look, that Axiom Revolt, the one I keep trying to say the damn name right. He said I'm freaking him out with my Smurf.
I gotta admit, you got to be a little nervous too. You got
Smurf,
to ask
I
you.
hate-
Stop winking at me, motherfucker.
I'm winking at AJ, dude. Stop it.
Sorry, you
Well,
said
I am winking
I'm
at
hot
I'm
with it.
winking at you too, because you know
know.
you're pretty awesome.
I am.
I'm up here, so you know.
I'm winking at Hippie.
Whoa, baby.
Somebody likes that.
I am way excited for the Blue Man.
Right. Blue Man Group.
Everybody else are coming here.
See, I can't get this man's voice to get above a bare whisper in my OBS. There's nothing I can do about it. Y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? I can't hear it.
A little bit.
I mean,
Right.
all of the.
I'm gonna buy that man a studio when I get rich and famous. I'm just gonna
It's a big microphone.
Buy him a microphone.
I know. No, I mean, here's the thing. He's been doing this entire channel for 5 years or so on his phone. If I sent him a microphone, he'd put it in the closet and say thank you.
No, I like your name, Axiom Revolt. I think I just chop it up every time I say it. That's what I'm saying. I probably ain't getting it right, is what I'm saying. I'm probably chopping it all up.
You're saying it fine.
Am I?
I think so.
It just doesn't sound right to me. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I get it. I talked to him for a little bit backstage the other night, and he has a good point, and he has a firm foundation. He just has a different opinion of some people, right? And a lot of
Be
times,
smurfing his name now.
a lot of times on YouTube, when people have differing opinions, the knee-jerk response is to block them, or disavow, or to attack them.
He's freaking awesome. I love him.
I haven't had any issues with him at all. He's been perfectly congenial with me. Courteous as all get out. I intend to return the favor. Treat me with respect. I'll treat you with respect. Go all wild shithead on me, and I'll turn into a vicious bastard. I don't care which way it goes. It's no hair off my balls. So I still have hairy nuts.
Right? Hairy Nuts is always around.
Always. My chat just did it again. Just went belly up. I don't know. It must be the cell service.
I just subbed to him, so because he has been in the Road and Toe show.
Oh yeah, no, he's all
chats.
over.
He's everywhere.
I'm not sure that. I mean, I don't know if the content on his channel relates directly to him or if it's just something he specifically likes. I don't know if that's him or someone he supports. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if he's sharing that or if that's his own content. I have no idea. I haven't had a chance to figure that out yet. But it's interesting, and it comes from an honest perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like auditors want to go audit, he wants to dissect the 14th Amendment, I believe, is the one he has an issue with. The one that basically turns humans into shadow. We'll get to that one. I'm hoping to do a discussion show with him one night, probably either a Tuesday or a Thursday. I'm gonna bring him in with my a different format that I've been working out, where I'm gonna be over there with y'all. I'm gonna have this whole screen over here where I got my picture to do media. So you'll be able to bring in videos, media, citations, any particular articles or Twitter or whatever the hell you want to bring in. We'll be able to look at it and make our own judgments out of the information that's brought before us, right? Seems like a good, solid state. However, one of the issues with this type of channel on StreamYard is that every guest can unmute themselves. So I'm going to fuck that all up. I'm going to set it up somehow. I'm going to set it up so that I can mute one person in the group at a time that cannot unmute themselves for that minute or 30 seconds or whatever. But I'm also going to set it up so everybody has a given amount of time to speak. and we're going to take turns, and we'll do a round of question answer type stuff before we start. You'll get one of we'll flip a coin, decide who gets to introduce first,
I'll
and
be
all
the
that.
timer.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm trying to find me a timer that I can bring up on my screen over here where my quotes are. I'm going to have a timer set up, and where the actual camera is set up right now, I'm going to have probably I'm not sure what I'm going to have up there, but whatever it'll be pertinent to whatever the conversation is, right? So if we're discussing auditing, it'll probably be an auditor I have permission to use their videos. If we're discussing cop watching, it'll probably be a cop watcher I have permission to use videos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about Restream, if I'm not mistaken, Hippie might be able to help me with that. But if the host mutes somebody on Restream, they can't unmute.
It's exactly why I love Restream so much, but I had to recently switch back to StreamYard because so many people complained I couldn't take it anymore.
That's what I'm having problems with.
So I finally last night bought into StreamYard again. But let me tell you, I love Restream because you click that button once, they're muted until you unmute them. You know, you give people a chance to calm down if so, or if you just want the floor, people can't talk over you like me, you know.
I'm actually wanting to set it up as a 48-minute discussion where you get 5 minutes for intro, 2 minutes to rebuttal, 2 minutes for additional rebuttal, and then like a 10-minute closing for each, right? That should come out with individual conversation between the bits, should come out to about 50 minutes or so. And there's a reason why I want everything done under an hour. When you upload and it ends up catching ads, I would like to still keep it right around the 1 hour mark, if at all possible.
You just need guests that know when to shut up and let the other person talk.
There's no such thing on YouTube. These things do not exist, and there's no wishing for them.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm going to set up a format that takes that out of the equation, because I'm not trying to crush anybody's channel. I'm not reporting to anybody. I'm not brigading on anybody, and I don't hate anyone. I'm willing to listen to both sides equally. Credulity.
Yeah.
That's called wishful thinking, untethered.
Yeah. The idea that people will be reasonable.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess
And
you're
not
right
talk-
about that.
And not talk over people.
I got to admit, we do very well. Usually, when our lag's not out of sync, we get a little lag, we start running into each other. But for the most part, we work it out. Uncomfortable silence.
Right.
No need for uncomfortable silences.
All right, that's 2 hours and 2 minutes. So I'm going to play out my my gift of an intro, outro, I guess it is, and we'll see exactly how it goes and how you like it. So let me know in comments right here before everybody goes out what you
We
think
hate
about
you
this.
too, man, Terry.
Because Home Cuz, I think he did this live. He tossed it right up on live stream with me the other night. I can find the damn thing. Yeah, cover team. I think it's covered.
It was nice to see everybody.
All right, now that I found it. Untethered Live.
Yes, sir.
American Justice of Texas. Hippie, a wandering hippie, and Toe for Life with the Road and Toe Show. Y'all go check out my boys. Each of them has different types of content. There's not a lot of duplication in this one. Yeah, go check them out. They're all great people. They're
Love
good
you guys. I'm out. Have a great
brother.
couple of days, brother. I'll
Peace
see you
out,
when I
brother.
get
See
back.
you, hippie.
Later. Bye, Toe. Bye, Untethered.
Hey, Wandering
Bye,
Hippie,
Hardy.
hit me up, man.
will,
JakeJohnsonMan@gmail.com.
All right, got you. All right, brother. I'm out. Later.
Laters.
Toodles, y'all.
Yeah, don't let the man get you down.
Yeah. Peace and chicken grease.
Peace and chicken grease. Y'all ready
Justice
for this?
for life.
Go
There's
ahead.
nothing left in this episode but this little bit. I'm going to edit it down after this first playthrough. After this, he's supposed to send me an original copy that doesn't have the weirdness in it. We'll see. Check this out.
This is my gift to Sasquatch and also to myself. When Sasquatch signs off, he always says, "So here you go, mate. There's nothing left for me to do, really, but this." Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Right. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Come on now. I don't want fuck to do. Just tap. Fuck shit, I'm out. Yeah. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Oh. Excuse me, please. I said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
That's awesome. I appreciate 007. Yeah, isn't it good? He's actually got a really good voice. He's just so very strange. It's really hard to get him, and he's over in like Spain, Portugal, or something. So it's real hard to
Very British accent.
Oh yeah. All right, folks. Much love with everybody, and don't let the man get you down.